talibo ka fo nyame ning sinkilingo ye konto ya fa yara fa bari ñu wo tambita wala folo ka fo ye ko massa ila dingo min fata gambia dingo lem funding kelem andong abe do ko la non pour ka fa sutura ani ala dimbaya be saying ning wo fata amunta ko toro le kita ay menu tuja so
fula kabade fula na muskila na babeji ma do ko aninte
ahankay naka lañ ko do waxate daw na yaram daal ya say ka duwa dorong ala nin nema nin kafar kelaya pabi kana e ala muta kan ite fanan kana woke
pabi sabari
sabari ibe sabaru la dorong you know amandia bari i nyanta sabaru la dorong ya understand ala muta dorong na koliyata nyame ni ala muta dorong abaru ala be cool kila ay sonia ika ya understand ha saying di ñaan rek yàlla muñ loo leen muñ loo famille bi mu oyofal seen kaw su yàlla defutoon fàtte ni ko noon dëkk bi dina métti torop waaw ni time di demee rek mu may leen ngeen heal and mun a get through it waaye dem na ñëw na nu mun a mel rek dina doon rafet su justice amee because loolu daf dee indi closure waaye tant ko justice amut you know, a lot will be hanging on the balance. Why? How? You even, then they egg a stage behind the blame sa bopa, your family or harit or whatever. Lan lachi munona def. You know, could I have, you know, stopped what has happened? So closure of a Barcelona, they gala do indicate them. You know, no amount of, so this second guy, directed allegedly, nyunko take si selvi, convict nenko, let's say, proceeding si jehna, sentence nañ ko tëj ko let's say life ba tey du indi kidee waaye loolu daf dee indi closure so I'm sure ne xëy na wax bi yëpp dem nañu na family bi loolu lañ soxla loolu la ñoo ut you know there are so many unanswered questions because ben tey I'm sure ne kenn xamut lu tax ñu rey ko and the motive behind it it's still not established waaye the issue here is ne the authorities because ko gaañu na santa yàlla gis nañ ko ba suul nañ ko sutural nañ ko di gërëm yàlla di santa yàlla ci loolu noonu why now the question is the alleged person right because it has not been proven in court ne moo ko def it's allegations and nim ko waxee fii ni ne police yi wax nañ ko ne kiñ accuse wax na ne moo ko def waaye xam nga loolu tam lu ñu waroon a substantiate la in a court of law because it's a matter of kii wax na te loolu yëpp amul waaye tamit according to moom ni mu ko waxee li or mooy ne kiñ accuse ne jàppa nañ ko right ba detain nañ ko for some time ba yóbbu nañ ko court pour mun koo remand yóbbu ko in remand loolu yëpp procedures la waaye da ngaa gis ne time difference bi ba pare there was a lot of gap in the communication because li ma dee gis tamit loo xam ne it's an issue here su nit amee problème nga dem police especially soo nekkee ñoo xam ne you are not too literate amuloo backing bu correct amuloo wéeruwaay bu correct sa case daf dee métti because tamit ki nga xam ne moo am métit bi in this particular instance comme ñoom seen doom dee waroon na ñoo mun a am ku leen jegeñ di leen always inform and di leen educate di leen sensitize in terms of process bi in terms of li war a xew at every time and li tax ma wax loolu noonu according to moom narration am the communication ñëwal Banjul nga ñëw toog xaar for hours just to be told ne yóbbuwuñ ko Banjul Magistrate Court Bundung lañ ko yóbbu that's a miscommunication boo xam ne su dee ne loolu moo am waratoon a am waaw no I'm just saying rek loolu waratoon a am there should have been clarity because again da nga understand ne ki nga diilal ñi nga taxawal ñu ngi boot métit bu métti seen kaw la ñoo doxaaleel so apart from just seeking for justice rek li ñoo dunda lu métti la so nit ko àndaa métit sooy waxa moom da nga war a seet ni nga waxee moom li nga explain da nga war a xool the right time pour explain ko li nga communicate dafa war a nekk the right moment the right time because they have to receive it well ba nga xam ne du yokk a métit waaye dina mitigate du génne métit waaye dina mitigate so loolu nekk na issue boo xam ne it's not peculiar in their own case You see it over and over and over and over. But now, the question here is, somebody who is an alleged murderer, nekut ko xamne da nga anda mom hand by hand to go to a courthouse or to anywhere else. You know, koku nonu kuñ wara garder la. Because sudut ne sakim rey, koku just the thought of ne I am being accused ne dama rey nit. Dama ko def na defuma ko. It's going to do a lot on the person's head. If the person has conscience. If the person has conscience, you'll be dealing with a lot. So koku tamit sa dafa soxla koko dimbale. Regardless of the rain and the rain, dafa soxla koko dimbale. So koko waruñ ko buy rek like a normal person. So man, with the narration I've heard, daw na yaram, it's sad, and I think ne police war nañu def a lot when it comes to these things. And I think ne also, I don't know, waxut ko fini ndax bi lolu xewé, an official statement was released to communicate to the public. Also, an amber alert to say, okay, this particular person was accused of murder and the person was apprehended. We were in the process of going to court, back and forth from court, to put him in remand and transfer the case to the High Court because a magistrate court cannot try a murder case. But during this process, the person has allegedly escaped, us.
So what happened is there was no communique. After family we started the complaint. So the deputy police PRO, the deputy police PRO had an interview with King FM which I listened to. So mom mune then go on escort come ki num go explain it then mu reja. So but that ñom lolu moy sen justification, but there was no communique before that interview.
So ñom they only so ñom they only
have verbal communication.
Verbal communication through that interview. But there was no official communication. You understand? No. Okay, and they had not even issued an amber alert like a wanted person.
No.
Or an arrest warrant or anything in regards to that. That has
just
not
like
been
they
done.
did for Bufu. That's what he's complaining.
Yes. The Bruford incident is what has agitated him again.
Yes. Because because Bruford guy alert okay, there's an arrest warrant ki nyunko ut, and I think there's a certain amount of money that is placed. Yeah. So why mom bosam mo gena yaga there is no amount of money that is put
both verbal and written.
So now this is I guess this is the issue because the police need to be consistent and they need to have a policy in regards to when something happens, what do we do as the authorities that everybody is relying on to save life and property. And for now, feel lapse we understand ya. We have even got past the meti and the loss and everything else. Why the processes and procedures? Because definitely man suran man la. Ninko explain man madele understand nga yen si sen loxo nekut ne si suma loxo la ko kurici sen loxo yen mi wara dogal la ko kurici gen ne tok yen tam mele soxulen dara somebody else and the same naka situation koku nonu gisuñ ko gen put more attention you understand and resources and energy towards that dina gis suma bopa. Then now I will ask the question, why was not the same thing done to me? And I think that is what the complaint is. And I'm speaking to the IGP, who is the head of the police, and everybody that is working there to really be cautious. And this case should be reopened. They need to do the needful, communicate, because everybody is like, oh, sorry, you go about your business. But if the police do the needful, go and seek for an arrest warrant, a bench warrant, or whatever it is you call it. Do an amber alert, and do a vigorous sensitization. Who knows?
2 months from this.
Who knows? Possibly the guy is even around doing, taking care of his business. So, for mitigate the pain, I guess they need to be seen to be doing something. Okay. And also to ensure that such doesn't happen again going forward. Because linyo gisni sidika bifumneka ni rai bagina, whether it's domestic crimes, whether it's serial crimes and things like that, mungibari of all sorts. So police know what rules and sleeve. Make sure they up their game and also their communication strategy with the people, because every crime the police first and foremost is to calm the situation, restore what's the word? Calmness. They also want hope in the people for allay people's fears, because people are agitated. The other day you saw a very good sister of mine, Dom Lakode Oye. She wrote a very touching piece on Facebook. Hello, Bundao. You know what I mean? A young girl, after the death of Mr. Andrews B. The girl wrote a piece on Facebook asking, are we really safe now? Because even if not only Simbedai, but in the comfort in the comfort of our houses,
important I told you Tamandaka. Then I give me Doko Casada Motante. Never business all in Bangungam. Okay. Hanina crime no Mutana Bukoko. Namoto Sulatala. Yamay. Nimbaro man distant time the crime of Bondilla. Na Derek, na Barowali. Until I didn't Yamula correct. And you buy the Palace of Sulatol. It was a body damage. Okay.
I mean, nga lonko molbe la moela and then kumakango be futala je.
Left the borough from the 9 years old. I'm sorry.
Sabare drong just fenke demand akanyim program jibele anduna jibe am 100% so ku jamal fana maybe abuka futama but na minay jibe asa
Nutanu yoli beyin karamudan.
Sabaro